Breaking news. See what APC governors have decided to do. Tinubu Osibanjo order on edge as APC governors make final decision on presidential primaries. They had to make final decision because there is the whispers that they could ask some other persons to drop their presidential ambition and get a consensus candidate. That's the plan. And Joe Ibukwe, preview to that, has sent a note of caution. If you call it a warning, I think you're not far from the truth. Has sent that very warning right now to, send that warning to APC that they should not forget the contribution of our very own brother. They should not forget it. Tinubu, in the emergence of Buhari as president, and apart from being president, not just for the first tenure, Tinubu also supported him for the second tenure. And today, like they say, the rest is history. He said they should not forget that and they should not go ahead, they should not do that. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Breaking news. Tinubu Osibanjo orders on edge as APC governors makes final decision on presidential primaries. APC governors have agreed with party decision to conduct a presidential primaries instead of adopting a consensus opinion. This was announced by Joe Ibukwe, a chieftain of the People Democratic Party, a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress and a supporter of Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu presidential bid. The governors said they want a free and fair process for all aspirants who purchased, filled, and submitted their interest nomination form. An emerging report has it that Nigerians governors on the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC have settled for a presidential primaries to be conducted ahead of the 2023 election. Joe Ibukwe, an APC chieftain who broke the news, noted on Tuesday, May the 24th, that the governors also give full support to every aspirant who purchased the presidential form to contest a free and fair election. There will be no consensus candidate, which the Cabal were banking on to bring in one of their own. The consensus rumor has become a real blast in APC, where everybody and anyone have been thinking who is the anointed candidate that the party Cabal are looking forward to bring in to become the consensus candidate. Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, one of the men who is the founding fathers, financial supporter of President Muhammadu Buhari, and others went on to say that it is time for the party to begin to re-examine and put in all things necessary to ensure that everybody gets a free and fair election instead of some people imposing themselves on the party. It's about time that APC begins to follow the law of truth and follow what really happens. Well, my wonderful people, the bell is clicking, or the ball is clicking, if you want to say, and this is exactly what is happening right now. The APC governors have come and have said, well, we want to ensure that we bring in a candidate who has all that it takes. Okay, so if any candidate has purchased the form, that means such a candidate, has looked at the record and has seen that, that he can become Nigeria's president. And so such an individual should be given an opportunity rather than the person's rights being infringed on. So you see, Nigerians, welcome to a nation where people have to, be very careful what they are doing in order for things to go well. Our democracy is in a very elementary stage and we're building, and so we cannot afford to allow some people, to determine what happens to us. I cannot, you can't have, we can't allow such. Well, my wonderful people, there are real reasons why we must all begin to rise up right now and ensure that everything is done in decently and in order. You'll be shocked some of the things that are going on. Nigeria has become that place where where politicians take advantage of whatever is happening, and they want to do these things to ensure that they are the ones on board. The ball is in our courts. The ball is in our court for us to choose the best candidate. The things we keep doing and the decisions we are making are part of the reasons why the country is the way it is. If we don't stand up, if we don't defend ourselves, we'll be surprised some of the things that may follow. We have to ensure that every one of us, go ahead and bring in the candidates that will, will give us that very move. And at the end of the day, we'll have a better chance of somebody who could potentially, become Nigeria's president. We can have that very potential candidate that could help us. Okay. Anyway, Nigerians, APC was planning. Okay, APC was planning to bring in a consensus candidate, and the consensus candidate is still in a very dark corner because we're not sure who that person is. Okay, we're not sure who that person is, that consensus candidate that they keep, that they had in mind. Well, guess what? I can assure you that consensus candidate was not Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, because again, these people have a different mindset. These people have in mind that, they have in mind that, these people or some of those persons, have not got given that opportunity, have not done everything they should in their power to ensure that at the end of the day, they do all they possibly can to get in the best position. Well, my wonderful people, it is becoming reality of our day and time that as we speak, APC, but the governors have come together to say they can no longer allow this to happen. The governor says they can't allow this to happen. They can't. They can't just allow this to happen. They have come together now to put in a word to say, you know what, let us have the party primaries being done. Let it be done, and let it be done the way it was initially stated. But again, let me tell you something. These things can be manipulated. Remember, Oshomole was saying that the governor of Ekiti State once told him to use a candidate, to bring in a candidate that could potentially, once told him to bring a candidate that could potentially become that very winner. That's what he said. So they should bring in a candidate that could potentially become the winner. He said, but he did not listen. But, that argument was on there all last week. That argument was there on all last week. So it is what it is. We must work at it to ensure that we change some of these things and, we do not allow it to happen. We must ensure that we do not allow such to happen. Well, my wonderful people, it is becoming a real reality. The days that are upon us are days that we can all see together, that these days will, we can either make or mar. These are days that, people are beginning to see the reality of what is happening. So my wonderful people, it is time for us all to rise up above what is happening and to ensure that we do not allow, this sort of wickedness to continue, where people have bought a form and everything, and they go on and they pick another kind of candidate to be the one, to be the deciding factor. You see? So these are some of the things that are going on. These are some of the things that are happening. And the time to make that real difference, to make that change is now. So at the end of the day, we are a better people, and we can, pick in the right candidate that could potentially be the best for us. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. God bless you. Have a lovely and a fantastic day. Bye for now. Bye.